Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2023 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm see my channel, and it really helps me grow. So, thank you so very much. I appreciate it so much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is rebirth. This is the fact that we are resisting a huge transformation that's coming forward in our lives. We're like, no, no, thank you. I don't want this. I'm not ready for it. And so we're really putting the brakes on, whether we realize it or not. That's the energy that's coming forward. It has to do with the sacred feminine because we have the hair right there, and that's a sign of the sacred feminine. So there is something here about tapping into sacred feminine energy that we're apprehensive about. And it's within our own selves. So it's not, going out and finding somebody. It is within ourselves, embracing this rebirth. So let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Clarity, reverse. Yeah. So because we're resisting a transformation, we're not seeing things clearly or as clearly as we would like to be seeing things. So just be aware of this as we start to let ourselves embrace us, embrace ourselves, our purpose, what we desire in life. And I know saying our purpose can sound rather flippant because it can feel like we spend our whole lives trying to find our purpose. But there's a sense here of once I stop fighting, this energy of rebirth, all of a sudden I see things so much more openly and so much more in line with me. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Angels and spirit guides. So I'm not surprised at all to see the high priestess here because that's very much the energy I got from the hair was the high priestess energy, this psychic, connection with the earth energy that we can be resisting during this time. So being aware of that is going to be very important. We start off with the world, with the universe right here. There's a real sense of the world opening up to us, the universe opening to us. So before I dive into the tarot, let's talk about this time astrologically speaking. This is the new moon in Cancer, and it is on the 17th of July. It's 24 degrees, 56 seconds of Cancer. Now, this is a very powerful new moon. Cancer is an extremely sensitive, kind, empathetic, compassionate, nurturing sign. But when we think of Cancer, we don't think of being nurtured. The imagery that comes up or the thing that comes up is the disease. And so I always found that to be so interesting that Cancer has such a, well, a bad name, right? And yet Cancer represents the crab, and that's where the name comes from. What we're going to see here is that Cancer has us thinking, has us pushed outside of our comfort zone, has us transforming, growing through the pain. And that's what Cancer is all about. And I find it very interesting that Cancer is linked to motherhood and mothering. It's the sign goes together, and we always think of people who are Cancers as so mothering and nurturing and so compassionate. No matter if they have children, if they don't have children, if they're mothers or if they're not mothers, it doesn't matter. We see them as these protective people, and yet they are people who know growth through pain, know transformation through pain. And there's an energy of, I can help you see, I can help you walk through that pain. Now, Pluto is squared the nodal axis. Now, this is interesting because the nodal axes, they move backwards. So we have the North lunar node moving from Taurus to Aries. So it goes backwards. In the zodiac, it goes Aries and then Taurus. So here it goes backwards. And the South lunar node is moving from Scorpio to Libra. This is a time of collective karmic change, collective destiny change. This is a huge shift that we are moving forward towards. This moves us from being very people pleasing to being very confident, to being very determined, very focused within ourselves. Also, there's the Cardinal Grand Cross, which is 29 degrees Capricorn, 29 degrees Aries, equally 29 degrees Libra, and the new moon 25 degrees in Cancer. So this is an extremely powerful configuration that moves us towards action. So our destiny is changing, our karmic path is changing. We are, becoming more confident, more powerful within ourselves. And this is us this has us taking authority seriously, taking authority of our lives, taking authority of our existence. Jupiter is also squared Mercury, which brings big visionary energy forward. So we have a lot of ideas. Neptune is trining the sun and the moon, which means everything has a deeper meaning. And we need everything to have a deeper meaning to it, a spiritual meaning to it. It's called the spiritual context of Neptune, and we are ruled by Neptune. So, Pisces, with Neptune trying the sun and the moon, the spiritual energy comes forward, and it can be very overwhelming to us. But this is a time where we can step into that energy. Our world is opening. We are opening. We're starting to see ourselves, what we desire, what we want, what we're looking for so much more clearly, so much more openly. There's a sense of freedom. Like we can feel the winds changing. We can feel freedom, pulling us forward. There's a real sense of not being held back. And that's a beautiful thing. It moves us to the Strength card reversed. We are going to have a bit of a conflict right now. Now, this is Leo energy. We can be having a bit of a conflict with Leo, but there's a sense here almost of very much the action of might equals right. So we can be a little bullying in our actions. We can have people be bullying around us, meaning that they just want to kind of like force things forward, move things forward in a very intense way. And so here, just know that there's this sense of, well, if I just force it, it will be right. And Spirit's like, no, that's just going to be so wrong for us. It's going to go so against who we are, how we're moving forward, what we're going after. So be aware of that. We also see that with the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is very much this sense, the Five of Wands reverse. I don't want to be in the gossip. I don't want to get involved in the pettiness. I'm moving away from that. Pettiness, gossip, other people's insecurities. It's like, you know what? No, I'm not really here for it. So being aware that people are going to want to pull us in, and we're just going to be like, no, that's not for me. And it's really not for us. With the High Priestess, the veil is being lifted from our eyes. We are seeing things more clearly, more openly, more honestly. We are looking at what we really want. Know that things are going to come forward in a way that we didn't imagine. We have the core dream, right? And I really do feel divinity has us born with a dream in our hearts. But depending on where we grow up, how we grow up, we have a limited vocabulary to express that dream. as the veil is lifted from our eyes, we are going to say, well, why not try this? And why not look at this? And why not embrace this? And why not? And that's going to be a big question. It's kind of like, why not? Caradwyn, in Celtic tradition, right? She was a great sorceress. And these are all based off of Welsh mythology, these cards. She had a son, and she didn't think he was going to amount to much. Now, she was this great sorceress, and she didn't want to have, you know, a son who didn't live up to her expectations. So she has this cauldron right here, and she makes a potion. Now, it has to be stirred for 3 days straight. She has a serving boy, this little boy, and she says to him, stir it, and do not sleep, do not stop. That is your job. And she goes off. After the 3 days, her son is to drink the potion, and he will become the cleverest, most brilliant, most powerful bard, sorcerer ever to walk the earth. But what happens is, as the little boy is stirring this potion, at the very end of the 3 days, a bubble pops and it hits his finger, and he puts his thumb in his mouth. He is the first person to taste the potion. He is therefore the person who gets all the blessings of the potion. His magic is equal to that of Caradwyn's. And so she hunts him down. And the little boy is terrified, and so he runs. And because they're both magic, and as magic does, they decide to shapeshift. And finally, he turns into a grain of corn hidden amongst all this other corn, and she turns into a hen and eats him. And of course, as magic does, she becomes pregnant. She gives birth to a son who has all the magic and all the blessings and all the power she could ever have wanted for her son, but it wasn't for the son that she had originally wanted it for. That's the power of the high priestess. It's a knowing, a seeing, an understanding, even a manipulation of the world around us, of being able to move forward. But it doesn't always come out the way that we had planned. And we can say with the high priestess, well, if the veil is lifted from our eyes, how many times can a high priestess show up? The veil is thick. The veil is multi-layered. It shows up and it shows up and it shows up. Clear-sightedness is something that we can be chasing for our whole entire lives. Here, there's insight and there's beauty, and we need to respect that within ourselves. We are apprehensive in following our path, in going forward with our dreams, in trusting our angels. There's a sense of like, okay, I'm doing this. I don't really want to be doing this. Can't we do this the other day, another day? I'm a little busy right now, type of energy going on here. So be aware of that. Be aware that we are moving forward. But my gosh, are we resistant? So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Ooh. I think this way. Yeah. Okay. So here, as the universe opens to us, as our world is opening, we're resisting the change that this moon is bringing us. And that's a theme throughout this reading. We're resisting change. It said, hold your vision. Hold your vision. And this is reversed too. So change and hold your vision are reversed. We're willing at this moment for a change to move us forward, for the world to open up to us. Maybe not change everything. We don't really want the change, but we want a different scenery. But we will repeat the same patterns. Okay? The change that the moon is telling us is a deep change. It's a powerful change. It moves us forward. It calls to our very soul. Remember, we're represented by the moon in the major arcana. The moon is a powerful part of us. It's forever changing, forever growing, forever expanding. And right now, we're uncomfortable with that. Being aware of that during this new moon, during this time of introspection, during this time of self-reflection, that's a big thing. We hunger. And yet, we're not ravishing. We are hungering for the strength to move forward. And we're really going to think, because we are going through this internal battle, that might equals right. And it says here, have faith in your dreams. That's reversed too. Hunger is reversed, have faith in your dreams is reversed. And we're like, well, maybe I can be okay with this. Like maybe it could be like this. And we're selling ourselves short. Just be aware of that. We don't feel like our hard work is paying off. Our hard work is paying off is reversed, and the masculine is reversed. We feel like it's never ending pettiness. And we're like, come on, what the heck? What the heck? I'm a good person. Like, why is this? It's because we need to step into ourselves. We need to step into our power, into what we desire, into what we need. And even though we don't feel like our hard work is paying off, it is. It is. It really, really is. Luck is on your side, but we fear it. We fear taking aim. We fear clear-sightedness. We fear moving forward. Fear is coming through a lot, especially with the high priestess, especially with the insight, the ideas, the passion, the understanding that's guiding us. We're afraid, and that's okay. Acknowledging that fear and knowing, hey, I'm a lucky person. Hey, I'm a powerful person. Hey, I'm a prosperous person. That's a big deal. Don't let the past hold you back. The South Lunar Node, Scorpio energy moving into Libra energy. As we find our balance, don't let the past hold you back. Sovereignty. There is sovereignty here. There is beauty here. There is power here. The sovereignty, the queen of the moon, moves us forward. The power of the moon guides us and leads us. Don't let the pain of the past, don't let the past hold you back. Even though you're unsure, move forward. Trust your angels. Trust your path forward. Our subconscious spirit message to be mindful of is the Eight of Swords reverse. We are coming out of a time of overthinking, overanalyzing, caging ourselves in, being overwhelmed, and that's overwhelming to us. We're going to want to fall back to old ways, which is overthinking and overanalyzing and beating ourselves up. So be aware of this. Our subconscious spirit message here is devoted. We are beautifully devoted to what we love, and letting that devotion shine forward and be a part of us. That's a beautiful thing. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ace of Cups reverse. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing us a gift of healing, beautiful love. We're not ready to take it right now. For whatever reason, we feel overwhelmed. We can feel like we're just feeling the world too much, like it's too intense. It's a little bit like having a burn and the wind blowing, and you're like, oh my gosh, why does the wind hurt? Type of thing. We can just feel a little bit too on edge. Being aware of this, respecting this, but also knowing that it's time to turn this around, to embrace our blessings, to embrace what we love and what we want and what's powerful and beautiful for us, to have our cups be filled. And remember, we need a gallon to fill a cup. Before you can fill others' cups, you need to fill your own. You need to have a gallon. You need to more than fill your own. You need to have a gallon. Our subconscious Luna message is a personal issue reaches resolution. It does. This is the full moon in Cancer, that Cancer energy coming forward. It's like things are moving forward. Be patient. I know that we're thinking, how patient do I have to be? Be patient. Be patient with yourself as you move forward, as you're embracing your grace and your destiny and what you really desire. Know that a personal issue, what has been holding you back, making us afraid of, rebirth and moving forward and really embracing what we want, we're coming to an end of that. And we're coming to a beginning of us. All right. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this new moon, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.